Hello, beauties. I hope that you're all doing well today, meaning you don't have to feel any particular way. You don't have to be happy. You don't have to be extroverted feeling. Um, you don't have to be in those sort of like societally normal ways that we, most of us all grow up thinking are the acceptable ways of feeling. Any way that you feel is fine. Even even if you are in, I'm just going to move my computer, so bear with me here. But like even if you are in kind of a sad or depressed state, or you're angry, or you're isolating, or you're sad, that's okay too. It's okay to feel all of that, and such a key to healing and actually becoming happier eventually, which looks like uh, accepting, healing, honoring, and processing your emotional body into your heart and into your soul is when you're going to be set free to bliss as your natural state. And that does take lifetimes of inner work. And we're really never free from inner work, um, or suffering, or like learning through our inner work until we're dead. So there's a little, uplifting note, I guess. Because as long as we're here as human beings, we have karma to work through. And as long as we're here as human beings, we're going to be collecting experiences of different emotions that our soul wants to experience. Um, so we're always going to have layers of healing to go through. It's just the way that it works. We're always going to have, um, at least as I can say in my journey right now, maybe I reach a point where my inner child is completely integrated, but so far, and I'm about to be 35, um, August 2nd, which feels like a big birthday to me. Um, where's my thought? But like I'm still integrating inner child aspects, so I haven't yet reached a point where my inner child feels totally integrated. So I can't speak from experience yet of like, yeah, you can integrate your inner child totally. So as far as I know, we're always going to be. The painting just fell off the wall. I knew it was loose, but we're always going to be having to like self parent and self love and self manage aspects of our inner child. It's just normal on this planet at this point. So a lot of healing happens, and when I say healing, I'm talking about results as well, like you feeling happier, you being able to do your soul work, you making more money doing your soul work, you having healthier and healthier intimacy in your life and relationships. um, it happens when we accept ourselves, when we don't necessarily have to be fully healed or fully integrated, but it goes so far to fully accept the different frequencies that are in your field. And that comes from neutrality. So, for example, today, the inner work that's present for me is a frequency of depression. And the depression frequency, what I know about it is it's there from, it like easily gives up. So I don't identify with this. I've been running my own business for 9 years now. I'm only going to keep going. I'm only going to keep getting better and better. Maybe someday this depression frequency won't even be in my energy field anymore, and that would be fantastic. And I feel like I'm getting closer. Um, those of you that have been following my stuff for a while will hear me talk about this one, that I have some like ancestral depression. Um, so it's just something I have to work with. It's totally fine. But yeah, so that's the frequency that I'm like, okay, this is today's inner work, but I don't let it be my whole day. I don't let it run me, you know? Here I am doing this live. Like everything that I go through, I turn into teaching. I turn into content. I'll turn it into a course. I absolutely know that everything I go through, I'm going to be leading clients through possibly tomorrow or, in 2 weeks from now or 5 years from now. So I've always kind of seen myself this way, and maybe some of you can relate that I feel like I'm my own first client, and what I go through internally in my inner healing process becomes maps that I share with others. That's what my business is. That's what Katie Awake Online is. It's all I give all my maps to you, all the inner healing work I've been through. And the beautiful part about that, and the reason that my rates are where they're at, and I have a huge wide range of rates, everywhere from $0 free offers all the way up to my 1-to-1 6 month, that's $8,000, or there's a payment plan for it. It's because I have spent lifetimes going through these maps of healings that I then give to you. So that's worth the monetary exchange, because you get to go through a map of healing that may have taken me lifetimes to master, and you will get to download and integrate it in 6 months. So, that's why the 6 month program is the price that it's at. You get like a collapsed time experience of all the maps of healing that I've been experiencing as a soul, downloading, integrating, teaching, healing, mastering for a millennia. So it's very much worth my prices. And it's the same for you. If you're already an entrepreneur, or if you know in the future that you're going to be birthing yourself as some kind of healer, teacher, coach, artist, designer, however your soul work shows up as a creative and in service to humanity and the planet, that's what you'll do. And that's what your soul work is. That is what you teach. Your passion will lie in distilling the wisdom from your own soul's experiences, your own wounds, your own challenges, your own epiphanies, your own celebrations. It's like what lights you up the very most, what you're the most enraged about on this planet, like what you care about the most, what you really want to help people with. And you're going to have specific niches in that, where your particular spiritual gifts, and I help people find these out as well, this is your self-mastery. Like, these are the gifts that you've been mastering over lifetimes. They'll particularly shine through in like certain antenna or certain tentacles in what your passions are and what you teach. You're going to have specific ways that your gifts show up. And when I work one-to-one with people, this is what I help them uncover, and I really like pump up their confidence with it. And a lot of times our own gifts and passions and purpose will be so natural, like breathing to us. We think it's normal, and we don't even realize that we're sitting on a motherfucking gold mine. We don't even realize how much money we're leaving on the table. We don't even realize that brewing inside of us is already our wealth codes, is already our inherent abundance as a soul, is already the compounded wisdom and genius that we have been distilling, integrating, mastering for lifetimes. And so that's what I mean in a lot of my posts about healers and money and getting rich and wealthy, and like, it's okay to build an empire from your soul's gifts. Like, please, can we have more advanced old souls on this planet that have come here to help with the upliftment of humanity and the ascension of the planet? Please take off all your hiding cloaks. Please turn it into a giant business. Please have multiple tiered offers that can serve all kinds of people. Have scholarships for people that can't afford the services yet, but they have a big calling in their soul. Like, make it a big profitable business so that we can uplift humanity and the planet. This is not bad stuff. It's not sinful to want to make money from spiritual work. If you want to create systemic change on this planet, it takes wealth. It does. And I know that these concepts about money and wealth, like, for millennia on this planet have been seen as like the antithesis of spiritual, and that is total bullshit and done on purpose so that spiritual people, the most powerful people on the planet, stay poor, particularly people of color and minorities. And I mean, look at what's done to indigenous people on this planet, particularly them. Ugh, I just get so angry about this. Like being poor is being spiritual or giving your gifts away for free, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I love giving my stuff away for free. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's what I do once a month. I do a free group, Quantum Healing, in this Facebook group, if you're watching this on my other pages, in my Facebook group, which is in my link tree on Instagram, free monthly quantum healing, or on my website. The first box that pops up is to join the free quantum healing monthly. Like, I love freely giving. Like, there's a part of me that would rather not charge as well, because I'm still like integrating and healing, and I'm not making bank yet in my business. Like, I'm 8 or 9 years in, but I just started trying to scale this thing into like, whoa, I'm gonna have a big company. I'm gonna be the CEO of a big company. I'm gonna have a big team. This is gonna get big, and I love that because I'm a huge soul, and I've been like going nuts for lifetimes, being kept in boxes and, you know, tortured, killed, executed, whatever, for telling the truth, for like not really liking that the witches get burned, you know, not liking how the medical industry like snuffed women and midwives. And, you know, I've been through tons of traumatic lifetimes and executions and stuff for being a woman and for being a healer, for being like, you know, the feminine. I just love all this stuff so much. I'm so happy to be on this planet right now, and I'm so happy that my voice and my heart and myself is so safe and healed to the point that I can actually get on here and speak. I'm just so happy. And I just see this big lion when I say that. Like, I'm a Leo. Hear me roar. I'm never going to get quiet again. Anybody that wants to shut me up can fuck off. Like, my entire mission is based in unconditional love, is about union with God. And sometimes you have to swear when you have been silenced for umpteenth lifetimes and you're just getting your voice back. Like, sometimes swearing helps somebody break out of shame and silencing. So, yeah. I don't know. I've just like seen some stuff on the internet lately that's had an edge to it of like, you know, seeing money as unnecessary or money as unholy, or spiritual healers that swear are blah 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 blah. I'm just so tired of it. Like, and I know people don't mean it. Like, people don't mean it to bring others down. Like, maybe some of them do, some of them don't. Like, whatever. People are all in their own stuff. But, like, do we really need to ever denounce people? Like, of course, if somebody's doing something wrong that hurts people, that's wrong. It's wrong to hurt people. But really, like, us organic human beings that all have beautiful hearts, we're all interconnected by a universe of love and a God of love. Let us embody that frequency. Enough division, enough tearing other healers or coaches down in our posts, enough jealousy or competition, enough like angst between generations, enough division between races, enough division between genders. Like, we are all connected by an infinite web of love. I believe that's what God is. We're all connected by an infinite web of love, an infinite web of life. We can now, it's a personal choice, but we can dismantle our mind. We can dismantle the limited patterns, programming, belief systems, mindsets that keep us believing we're separate, or that have somehow it's like a dimming, or somehow dimming the heart centers from remembering that we're love, that we're an infinite web of love. So we can wake up now to the absolute truth that that's who we are. So let's choose that and see how that shifts life here. Um, it's really the only option now, and it's really all that's ever actually been real. There have been, and there are, so many timelines and so many programs on this planet that make people sick and make people believe they're less than who they really are, and divide people and are violent and oppressive. Like, there's so much of that. It's like when you're graced with the consciousness to be able to choose truth and be able to choose God, you're safe, you're privileged, you have resources to work on your spirituality and work on your inner stuff, and clear through the lower chakra stuff so you can actually ascend to the higher chakras and be like waking up to your true spiritual self. Then amen, choose that. It's the only choice. It's the real only choice. Oh, feels good to just say all of that. Totally didn't know I was going to go into that, but I love that I did. So hopefully I got my point across with all of that, of like how I feel about spiritual people becoming wealthy from their work. I feel like that's how we shift the planet. That's how we can have power. Money is power on this planet currently. Maybe not always, but currently money makes a person more powerful on the planet. It does. Money itself is a neutral tool. And the more money a person has, the more influence they can have and the more systemic change they can create on the planet. And there's so many beautiful movements from, beautiful, wealthy people on the planet that really are doing good for the planet. And I'm one of them. And, I'm super excited for my future and what I want to do with that. So what I consciously knew I was going to talk about is that, particularly for spiritual entrepreneurs like me, show up no matter how you feel. Maybe you have a gene of depression like I do that I work on withdrawing my energy from and turning off, and I'm like not identified with it, and I'm healing all the components to it underneath that. I show up anyway. Here I am. Maybe you have some anxiety. Maybe you're afraid to do your lives on social media. You show up anyway. Okay. The ways that we sabotage ourselves from our success will be in those moods where we don't feel like doing the work. Because the truth is that it's not that we don't feel like doing the work, because we were born to do the work, So anytime that your mind, which is your personality, it's your human ego, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions, have created some kind of, or they're living out some kind of program telling you, no, people don't love me in this state. No, I'm not acceptable in this state. I'm not going to be able to show up the way that coach told me I need to in this state, are bullshit. People want the real you. We want your real. I've been listening to Rebecca Ives talk about this a lot. She's fantastic, the content queen on Instagram. She's on Facebook too. We want the real you. We want, what she says is the real humany human you. And I feel that. And like listening to her talk about it, I'm like, oh shit, she's so right. Like every time I do this, I want to say your names. I can like feel you listening to me, and I love you so much. When I particularly feel the depression, I don't feel it right now. Right now I'm like, I'm fucking fire. But earlier I felt depressed, and I'm like, I'm not going to let this ruin my day. I'm going to go to the co-op. It's like 100 degrees out, but whatever. I'm going to put on this like airy shirt. I'm going to walk to the co-op. I'm going to buy fruits and vegetables for lunch. I'm going to go to this park and sit at this particular picnic table in the shade under a tree that I like. And I'm going to create some content. I'm going to open up to my soul and just let my soul speak or write or share on the internet. And I've done exactly that. I got a salad. I got an orange juice. I got a fork and a napkin. and I went to the park. There were ants, and even the ants being there was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna give up and go home. I'm like, nope, nothing can change my mind. Nothing can stop this rocket ship. I ate my lunch. I wrote a post. I hung out for a bit. I got myself a latte on the way home because I wanted one, and here I am doing this live, um, talking like in a much greater channel than I even knew I was gonna. So I'm so excited. And the lesson here is your soul never goes away. Your light and your fire inside you never goes away. It's exactly the same as when there's a storm or when there's clouds. It doesn't mean the sun is gone. You're the sun. You literally are. The light awakening within you is you as an eternal soul. You are the second coming of Christ. We all are. It's never gone. Even when you can't feel your soul, even when you're in that familiar, sad state where you feel like you're not lovable or you feel like you're not acceptable as you are, it's a lie. You're never not your brilliant genius. Your brilliant genius is your lifetimes. I'm talking, because I work with old souls. So if you are still here with me, you are an old soul, okay? You're on a path to mastery of self on every level, to the point that you won't even incarnate again because you've done it all and you've mastered it all and you did all your karma. Your content, the content of your mission in this life, your business, your creations, is the compounded wisdom and experiences and pains that you've worked through and healing modalities that you've created, paintings you've made in your soul of all your experiences. That's all inside you. And every day it grows based off of what you're going through every day and based off of the ways that you transmute it and the ways that you alchemize your stuff inside, your content inside only grows. And that's the only way that it's ever going to go. So every single thing that you tell yourself about being not good enough, not being smart enough, not being pretty enough, you know, oh, I need to heal more, I need to go to school for this, I need a certificate for that, blah, 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 is total bullshit. You are eons and eons worth of wisdom and light just walking around in a body, but then you get stuck in this mind state that you're not good enough. Look at what a lie that is. It's just a little tiny box, and instead of letting yourself totally just like breathe, you know, and you don't have to always, like I said, you don't always have to like present yourself like this giant happy genius, or, you know, you can be sad. It's okay. But it doesn't change who you are, and it doesn't change that momentous amount of wisdom and brilliance that you have inside. And you can monetize it. It's okay to need help on this. You know, I'm here. There's tons of brilliant healers and other intuitive coaches out there. I work with people all the time. I've had more courses, therapists, healers, coaches, and I always will. I love it. I love the whole process. And it's like we all hold keys for each other. We all hold codes for each other. My brilliance is going to help awaken somebody else's brilliance, and their brilliance is going to help awaken somebody else's brilliance, and we're all just doing this beautiful ascension dance on the planet. That's actually why I love the healing and coaching industry so much, because it's like literally we are in this awesome industry where spiritual ascension is our job and helping others in their spiritual ascension is our job, and we get to get paid for it, and you get to set your rates wherever you want. And there are some, obviously, business model strategies, pricing strategies, and it all primarily needs to feel good to you. It has to feel good to your nervous system, feels good to the soul. It needs to honor your lifetime's worth of experience that your content is from. That's where your pricing comes from. And then, like, another thing I do is sometimes I'll ask like spiritually, energetically, I tune into my soulmate clients that in the future are going to be coming into my offerings, and I ask them, what do you want to pay for this? And what's interesting is a lot of times they tell me pricing that's like, you know, thousands or hundreds dollars higher than what my mind was coming with, because sometimes my minds might still be in like a low self-worth place. Or like, oh, people aren't going to want to pay for this, so my mind will come up with 300 for a course, and then they tell me, no, we want to pay 800 for this, Katie. And I'm like, ooh, all right. So it's really interesting. Those are some of the techniques I use, and I hope some of those thoughts are helpful. Oh, I just want this to be so empowering for you. I'm just sick and full of rage about, like, holy rage, about how small people keep themselves and how brilliant we all are. We're really just shooting ourselves in the foot with that, with the feelings like we're not good enough, or thinking we have to be perfect before we can show up, or it's like we let them win at that point. Whatever you want to call the dark side or the devil, or the cabal, or the evil on the planet that basically keeps humanity enslaved in the matrix. If we're not owning our brilliance, embodying our brilliance, embodying our full potential, showing up as we are, like loving ourselves enough to show up as we are, we're enabling ourselves to be abused by the dark. We're letting ourselves be their slave. We're letting them feed off of our energy and our emotions. We're wasting our life. So get the help that you need. And there's like, still currently, like when I need to invest in a healer, when I need to invest in a coach, I'm using credit and loans for that. That's the way that I'm doing it currently. Because that's just where I'm at. And then, like, I cover my basics, and I have, it's the way that I'm quantum leaping myself to my next reality, because it's a way that I work through inner blocks around money. And like, I've had a part of myself that doesn't spend on herself, or has a hard time spending on herself, honoring herself, valuing herself. So for me, it's like this scary, excited feeling when I decide to invest in a healer, or coach, or a program, and I'm aware of it though. I'm like, okay, I'm going to move through this fear because I understand it's going to quantum leap me into being a woman who invests in herself, therefore attracting soulmate clients who invest in themselves and also want to quantum leap themselves in their personal life and their professional life, being that embodied soul, creating wealth through the soul work, helping to create the new earth paradigms, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very strategic, because I can see the inner child patterns I'm breaking through. I can see the ancestral patterns I break through. I already am the next level quantum me that I am. And so I'm aware of the strategic, like, investments that I make to jump myself from here to there. Does that make sense? That's what I'm doing. Yeah. So I feel pretty complete with that. I'd love to hear your comments and questions in the comment section. You've been seeing that in my last couple posts. I've been dripping in that I'm going to be leading a free 3-day course, my magical mango, what do they call it? Freedom. It's all about freedom is the frequency. That's the frequency of the course, is freedom on all levels. And the vision I keep getting with it is, okay, imagine that you're a big mango, a juicy mango, and your mind, your human mind, is the outer peel of the mango, and we're going to peel the mango. Peel the mango. These will be layers of mind that peel away, like limiting belief systems from childhood, some past life on another planet, belief systems from mom and dad, weird money beliefs, not good enoughness, old safety mechanisms that have now become stale and boring, hiding. Like, we're going to just peel away the mind. not the whole mind, but a lot of it, whatever we can do in 3 days, which will be a lot because I do a lot. It'll be really powerful, but we're going to peel that away, peeled away, peeled away, and then your subtle bodies, because the energy bodies are all like, have you seen those Russian babushka dolls, those wooden dolls? They all sit one inside the other, inside the other. I had one as a little girl that I just loved. I think it's still at my parents' house. Um, so think of the smallest one in the middle is your human body, and then each bigger one goes out more and more subtle. So you have your physical body, your etheric body, emotional body, mental body, and then it's like you cross the Milky Way, and your spiritual bodies. You have your soul, your spirit, and your creatrix. And different modalities call them different names. Those are the names I learned with my shamanic teacher, Suzanne Green River. So as we go through our healing, as we go through our ascension journey, we'll be losing the denser layers of the physical, etheric, mental, emotional. So that's when I talk about peeling the mango. That's what I mean. We're peeling away layers of those dense frequencies. So more and more, your more subtle bodies, your creative body, spiritual, soul, break through, like you're breaking out of sculpture, like light breaking out of cement from the inside. And that's also going to be freeing up higher frequency timelines, i.e., quantum leaps in your physical reality. So, who you are as a being will go up in frequency, where you need to be in your life, which is going to align with your soul desires from your life. Not necessarily fleeting desires, but like really deep soul desires that you have for your life, which is going to be your purpose and your mission and that sacred marriage, if that's what you want. These are the things that I'm aligned with. So this is the kind of stuff that people come to me about: sacred marriage, soul purpose, just infinite joy. As a soul, I'm really, really happy. I'm really, really joyful. I'm all about union on all levels: union with God, union with the partner, sacred marriage, union all the way. So more and more that's revealed. So that's the point of everything that I do. But specifically, this 3-day course is about freedom. So it's going to be like Incredible Hulk style, like breaking out of some of those layers of limiting mind, which is all your past experiences that your body has stored up, and just breaking free into being a creative being, a spiritual being, a soul here in a body, on mission, on purpose, perhaps deepening in sacred marriage or calling in that divine partnership if that's part of your destiny. So all the good things. And also with money, union with wealth, union with money. So I'm going to attract a lot of soulmate clients here that are also, born with this mission to help flip the scripts with money and create wealth from soul. So that's all like expected results from the 3-day course. And then there's going to be a 6-week course, a paid 6-week course that'll be, I don't know, probably in September. But the free 3-day course will be a full experience unto itself. So it's not just going to be me, dripping you a little bit of info so that you pay and sign up for the 6-week course. The 3-day course will be a full and complete experience. So you might just do the free 3-day course, and some of you might be inspired. You might feel a call to do the 6-week paid course, which there'll be a discount for everyone that does the 3-day course. There'll be a discount to the 6-week course from that. So really fun stuff. Thank you all so much for your presence here, for your time and your energy and watching my video. And if you're coming on seeing the replay, just write #replay. Let me know that you are here. I'd love to hear your feedback and comments. Please be nice. I just wanted to say that. If you don't resonate with me, if you just want to judge me or hate on this, please just keep scrolling or unfriend me. I have dealt with so much negative feedback over my lifetimes just from talking about like love and truth and healing. I'm still wounded from that, to be honest, and like I'm still kind of at a point to when somebody just wants to troll me or send me hate, it still makes me quite shaky inside. I really don't like it. So if you could just scroll on by or not be mean to me or not laugh at me, I appreciate it. But I don't know. I guess if somebody's going to be mean or laugh or bully, like they're doing it because they want to cause somebody pain, so it's probably going to happen anyway. But if I can request, please, that comment if you have something nice to say. Comment if this resonates with you. Comment if you really want to join that free 3-day live course with me. Like, drop me some emojis. Let me know that that sounds amazing. Let me know that you want to peel the mango, and I'll put you on my wait list. I'll be creating a wait list for that. I've already started it. I've got a few people interested, and so I just can't wait. So let me know if you're interested in the 3-day course, and just send me some love, and I will send it right back to you. Love y'all so much. Talk to you later.